With it right here with who I started with me, something like I'm Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H-Ray, Central Coast, mobbing suicide, families, arsonists. I step in the booth and cast, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. You already know who it is, the voice for Chicanos. Do me that pinchy favor, though. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the bell. And when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time that we go live or drop a video on Chicano Street. I want to say thank you to everyone that participated also as well in the 11K 1 year giveaway. Those items are going to be on their way. First, they're going to confirm, addresses and everything else. We have beanies, tank tops, Chicano flags, t-shirts. I don't even know what else we gave away. I don't even know what else we gave away. And some of those questions, I mean, come on now, gente. You guys, somos Chicanos. I mean, we're supposed to know those things. How many summers was Santana away? He said it right at the little courtyard in his little pinchy apartment complex. He was away 19 summers. The name of Neto's truck and Mi Vida Loca, Miklo's last name, etc. I don't know. But anyways, gracias for everyone that participated. Drama on YouTubelandia. That's what's happening right now. It doesn't even go 2 or 3 days before some shit explodes on the internet. And that's what the internet is supposed to do. Come on, if we're going to be staring at your phones, then that's right. Nate loves hate. That's right, my boy. Orale Mikey, he says, what's for lunch, OG? I just had lunch. I had have you ever seen this recipes? Oh, it's off the hook, man. The wifey can cook, cabrones. The wifey can cook. It's called queso fundido. Fundido. D-I-D-O. That shit is off this is the a Mexican super dip for like watching the pinchy Super Bowl or whatever, man. When the raza gets together, you got to make a queso fundido. So that was yesterday when I got home and I just brought some. So no in and out today. No in and out today. That's right, Terps. I see you, my boy, Terps. Smoking Terps, popping Terps, liquid diamonds, diamond infused, and all this other stuff. I'm telling you, my favorite by far. I only go to one shelf when I go to the candy store. I call it the candy store. I only go to one shelf, and that's paletas. That's my favorite brand. That's premium stuff. I ain't gonna get the cheap ass pre-rolls that taste like gasoline. I mean, come on. I mean, and I understand if you're on a budget, shit, I've been there. Shit. You're talking about fucking counting coins, you know. But anyways, that's my favorite. So that's right. Pop those pinchy terps, cabron. That's right. Boyle Heights is in the Casa LA. I appreciate you, my boy. We're gonna talk a little bit about that because racial tensions at an all-time high. Chingado, man. What's going on, man? And let's just keep it real, man. I know I say Chicano headquarters is the studio, but man, LA is probably Chicano headquarters, man. Let's keep that a buck. But that's right. I appreciate you, my boy. So let's go ahead and get into it. What has all the drama been about? What has been going on? If it's not one thing, they got diss tracks dropping left and right, and people saying, and this is some people's opinion, oh, the diss track, it went too far. Motherfucker, it's a diss track. Oh my God. The diss track went too far. Oh my God. What the fuck? What kind of boundaries, what kind of lines are you supposed to have against the ops? And that's for those that are in that world, those that are pushing a hard line, those that want to throw their lives away and stare at a cement wall the rest of their lives. I get it. Plenty of my friends are still doing that. They're staring at cement walls. I'm one of the lucky few that got out of it. I'm one of the lucky few that made it. So I put myself in their shoes a lot of times as well, as they're still pushing hard lines. I told you about a youngster the other day when I was at the In-N-Out. I say 5 youngsters because the In-N-Out's in the hood in Salinas. I was at 5 youngsters walked by. One of them recognized me. They walked up. I shook their hands. He goes, "Hey, Mikey, what do you think about this one?" He lifted up the stomach, 100% active, blasted all over the stomach. And I said, "Man, do what you gotta do." I mean, come on, I ain't one of these cabrones that I don't have sensitivity. I know when there's a time to say certain things, when there's not a time. Not when you're with the youngsters that are pushing hard lines. Am I gonna be like shoving shit down their throat? No, not at all, man. Plus, the last thing I tell them is to get rid of the neighborhood. No, I tell them to be proud of your pinchy neighborhood. Be proud of the community. But how about doing some good for it? How about helping? How about let's pass out some food like we do at the boxing gym once a month by the food bank. Pass out blankets, pass out. Anyways, I ain't gonna record none of that shit. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is. That's right, Lito the boss, my boy. I send mine's homeboy. I send mine's right back to you, cabron. I appreciate you. We gotta do a little get together coming up real soon. I'm thinking of doing a little get together. My spot. So I'll reach out to Lito, little get together at my spot. Just have a good old time, man. That's what I'm looking. Even the wife thinking maybe for the summer we'll do something. We'll be together. Alejandro's in the casa. That's right. My boy trying to play doesn't let me. Well, keep in. So let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. This drama going on. Stuff started off. It started off with diss tracks dropping left and right. Now, someone said, the internet said, a lot of people said that band 707 coming all the way up from Santa Rosa, going down into Los Angeles was crossing the line. What the fuck lines are we talking about? Well, he also mentioned moms, or he showed moms. I get it. But again, what lines are we talking about? You're talking about, someone who you are a complete op to you. So what line? I mean, oh, we can only disrespect so much. What do you mean? What do you mean? If we see each other and it's on and we're on the tira, we're pulling off fileros. So what are you talking about? In certain situations, it's my life, your life. Oh, but we shouldn't have crossed boundaries on the diss track on the internet. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's me versus you. It's you versus me. You win how you want to come win. How I'm going is at midnight. But anyways, that's a whole different thing. Anyways, so it all started with that, right? And then you got Adam, who's now saying, who went on a podcast with Whack, and Whack called Lefty a dope fiend. Which I'm not knocking the youngster. Don't take this the wrong way. It don't matter where you're from to me. I don't give a shit. I don't see colors. I don't see skin color. I don't see geographic locations anymore. I unprogrammed my mind from seeing that. Believe it, whether you want to or not. I have people on the podcast when they jump on the podcast all the time. Oh, NorCal this and NorCal that. And, like they're trying to relate to me by saying these things. And I don't see those things. I see California. Am I located in Northern California? I actually think I'm not. I actually think I'm located right on the equator, like Fresno, which is Central California. And a lot of us back in the day, we got that blasted on us. Matter of fact, 80-90% of my partners had Central Coast blasted on them. So it's just a little bit of a distinction. But anyways, then you got Whack saying he's a dope fiend. You got Whack saying the individual Lefty that, they come off on the internet, rappers, like they're super high powered. But Whack said if it was in the pen, that Lefty would be the pocket. Would be the pocket. Man, this is interesting as hell, man. I don't want to skip my lunchtime lives, man. These are the banger lives right here, man. Hit that pinchy like. So a lot of people don't understand. What's the pocket? The pocket means, yeah, you absolutely are in no position to lead anyone. You don't got any dogs that you could call on anyone at any time, but instead, you're the pocket. You're going to do what you're told without question. You're going to hold what you need to hold without question and fall in line. And that's how it goes. Okay. Yeah. That's what a pocket means, gente. But serio, on the serio. But on the serio. Um, I had seen his mannerisms and I said, damn, there was something, drug related there. That is absolutely not normal. The guy just swings his head left and right like he's dodging punches. He's swinging his head. The way his fingers curl up, it just is not normal. And then the marketing machine, though, would make it seem like, oh, he's on top of the world because he's on every article, every magazine, every single blog, whatever. But it could be just that's the marketing machine. But anyways, that drama right there. So some people had commented, in order for Lefty to come back, he needs to go up to the Rose and he needs to go to Bands' neighborhood. Well, I wouldn't suggest that. I would not suggest that. Again, this is just because you would be it would be easy to get spotted. It would be you're in a town that is ran by the red team. You're gonna get really easy to get spotted. Phone calls will be made. Okay, not like Dubs, but phone calls will be made. Speaking of Dubs, real quick, I'm gonna digress on this real quick. This one blogger, his name is Dominic or Dom the rapper blogger. Something like that, right? He's a little torito looking dude, got size on him. No disrespect, no disrespect. I just speak how I speak. Okay, if you don't understand how I speak or certain words, or I don't give a shit for one. I don't give a shit what people think. I don't give a shit if people try to cancel me. I just don't give a shit, right? I speak how I speak. Anyways, this young Torito dude, right? He posted a video about Dubs like last week or 2 weeks ago, and he said PC something, right? And I commented on there, and I'm like, that fucking paperwork's been out for 2 years. You know what I mean? You're barely catching up with the times. And he's like, yeah, he was barely catching up with the times. And I'm like, it is what it is, man. I don't know. That's right, Steady Mobbing, my boy. I appreciate you. Rascal Reacts. Is that Raskizi in the casa? I appreciate you, cabron. Did you bring back my favorite reaction channel of all time? You have my number, cabron. Text me. Please tell me you did. Because no matter what it was, and I understand, sometimes to each his own. We all have our own channels, our own convictions on what we're gonna talk about. But let's not get this twisted, gente. This is the fucking internet, okay? That's as serious as it goes. Okay, the shit ends when I hit the X on the live, and that's it. So if people are gonna react to what he said, who gives a shit? It's all online. It stays online. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing no one can do online is ever gonna fuck with how we are in real life. That's just period. I don't even know why I said that. But Rascal React, one of my favorite reaction channels, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. Let's go ahead and get back to the topic at hand. Interview Pocho Juan, that guy really hates LA Icon. So I've gotten a hold of Cholo. You mean Cholo Juan? You mean Cholo Juan? Pocho Juan might be a different cabron. I got a hold of Cholo Juan for the content creator series, The Fighting. And respectfully, he wanted some guaranteed money. And respectfully, just like any business owner that has any kind of business sense, I'm not gonna give any kind of guaranteed money to anyone. I've said this from the day one for the people that have not heard this, because I'm not going to be losing money as I'm starting this business up. So basically, the money each fighter generates is based on their drawing power. On their drawing power. You could have 100,000 subscribers, but only 100 motherfuckers want to see you fight. because maybe they're just not into you. They're acting like they're into you. They watch all your videos, but they don't want to spend $15 to support you, you know. But they'll spend $50 to support someone they don't know. I know these are just mañas. A lot of the raza has those mañas. It is what it is, man. That's right. All right. So we got a big announcement, huge, live on Chicano Tube. My favorite reaction channel is back. I just hope there's no topics barred. I hope there's no topics barred, because even when, like, if Raskizi were to make a video about me, he says something about that I said that rubbed him the wrong way, whatever, react to it, cabron. It's the internet. Fuck feelings. This is just about the internet and it's entertainment. If it's not entertaining, log off. Shit. If it's boring as hell, log off. I mean, people ain't trying to come on the internet and spend precious moments of their life while their heart is still beating, while their lungs can still pump air, to see something they don't want to, and not entertaining. So, Rascal React, that's right, my boy. I gotta make sure. Let me go back into YouTube and make sure that I'm subscribed, because I want to see those. And I also want to make another announcement while I got the gente on here. I'm gonna start doing in-person interviews. In-person interviews in Chicano headquarters. We're gonna be asking the hard questions all the time. We don't duck shit. We're gonna get to the bottom of whatever we got to get to the bottom to, and have a good old time. And you never know. You might see me in a NASA astronaut suit. Man, imagine me with a guest and both of us have NASA astronaut suits. Woo! That thing will be off the chain. Off the chain, man. And that's how it should be. Shit, man. I'm spending time on the internet. It should be fun. It should be entertainment. We do try to educate the raza as well. So, anyways, I've reached out to, okay, I've gotten 2 confirmed interviews. Actually, I almost got 4. Okay, I got 2 confirmed interviews. I'm not gonna put them out yet because shit could happen and falls through. Wait till you see the thumbnail. And these are some of your favorite podcasters on YouTubelandia. A lot of them in the Chicano genre. Raskizi, if you're ever close by, I extend the invitation to you as well. And then I got P. Hernandez, District 17 for Congress. I got Tony Virueta, District 18 for Congress. I have been rubbing elbows with these cabrones because they go to the city council meetings, they're involved. So we're going to bring politicians. We're going to bring figures on. We're going to bring it. So I can't wait for the 3.0 studio to finally kick off. I can't wait for that shit. Hell yeah. Risky Business, I appreciate you, my boy. Pinchy YouTube, yada, like, yeah. So I proposed, I said, you know what? What if we did a once a month? Just once a month. Once a month. You know what I mean? We'll bring the cabrones in, take care of the gas, because some of us don't live too close. But imagine you had me, you had EBK, you had chemo, and imagine this is gonna be good. Imagine this one. Imagine this. And nothing is locked in, cabrones. I'm just putting it out there to get the people's reaction. And imagine the 4th person on the couch is no other than OG triple OG. Imagine that. So we would have a YouTube Yarda panel as well. So different things happening in the future. It's just about evolution. Yeah, the studio just got, remodeled a year ago, but who gives a shit? I guess I'm getting kind of bored with it. I gotta have something to do. All right, let's go back to YouTube drama, okay? Because there's some other drama going on, okay? I had mentioned about Lefty, people saying that bands cross the lines. How the hell are there any lines when you're dissing an op? How are there lines? I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to put the motherfucker 6 feet under the ground. So there's lines, there's respect. I don't know. I mean, and I'm not talking politics. Those that understand politics know there are lines in those things, but we're in the free world. Okay, so to these cabrones that talk that shit and are in the free world, I still think they're bird bathing at home. I don't know. Anyways, so another topic, and I just saw, shout out to G Lou, my boy, shout out to G Lou Show. Of course, he's right there in SoCal. Highly respect him, and the Sunday night show that he keeps very, very consistent is off the damn chain right there. Tap into the G. Lou show. I just saw his a reaction video to this, and it was LA Icon. And I don't want to stir shit up because I'm not there. That's not my area. That's not my location. But I don't want to stir shit up and say racial tensions at our all-time high. Back to the fucking Jim Crow days and make it seem like we're in the black and white days and shit like that. No. But but let's keep this a buck. Let's keep this as honest. Honest Abe would tell it. There has been racial tensions for decades and decades and decades that us in Northern California do not know about, have not experienced. That means driving into a neighborhood, seeing an opposite culture, and you barely get out by the skin of your fucking teeth. And you almost got lynched, hung, thrown gas on, pissed, and lit on fire. That we don't know about in Northern California. Now, there's a difference between Salinas and Northern California. I want to put the people up on game about this. There is a difference. What's the difference? Well, certain towns do lean more urban on how they talk, on how they dress, on how, they say the N word. Not Salinas. That has never been Salinas, California. Salinas always had that style like LA. Like LA. Chucks, Benz, khakis, windbreakers, and I guess back in the day, not saying the N word. I don't know about now, and now there's free reign on that shit. It is what it is, right? But okay, so what happened? So Icon went ahead and he made a statement, right? He made a statement saying Mexicans are underrepresented at this Kendrick Lamar because, to his understanding, the Kendrick Lamar show was about unity, or it was about Drake, the ongoing rap battle with Drake, which I know nothing about. I stopped buying rap music in 2003. In 2003. I know you guys seen on my IG story the other day. You seen me post that Bone, and it was Mystical and Bone. They did a remix in 2001 of a Little John beat, and I had that CD. That CD was gone. It was a bad CD, but that was that. So around that time is when I stopped. Is what I'm saying, buying music. So, anyways, he made another video and he corrected it. He didn't know shit about Juneteenth. He didn't mean to offend anyone. And I guess you could gaslight something really damn quick. Really damn quick. If it's like, if there's been peace treaties, and you know what, we're not taking it there no more. We've evolved, and let's not get into it, and we're grown ass men, and we should do this for the community, and blah 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 blah, right? Okay, good shit, right? Really good shit. But next thing you know, someone says something and boom, it gaslights. Like it's 1950 all over again. Again, I don't understand it all the way. I'm going to leave it up to the folks down there to do what they do. But he clarified it right away. So I do got to give him that. So that's been a little piece of the drama that's been going on, right? I just get off for a couple days and I find out it's guerra too. Guerra after guerra has been going on. Give me a second. You're right. That's right. Jesse Castro, I appreciate you. I'm over here visiting moms, man. I hate when they grab mom's flowers and they just toss them to the side, man. It's because mom's is buried in the new area, and they always grab mom's flowers and toss it in the pinchy side and all that shit, man. But anyways, that's right. Risky business. Bunch of non-Mexicans keeping the Mexican gente in their mouth. Icon should have said Chicanos or South Side rappers instead of including everyone. I agree. I agree to that instead of including everyone. But he made a video, cabrón. He made a video cleaning it up. I mean, you don't think that video cleaned it up pretty good? I think he cleaned it up pretty good. I mean, he he said He said he was talking about Juneteenth, but didn't know shit about Juneteenth. Oh man, that's crazy right there, man. That's crazy. But anyways, that's a lot of drama going on, right? A lot of drama going on, and it's nothing new. It's on the YouTube calles. That's where it's gonna stay. So cálmase, gente. I think most of this shit is real. It's all. It's most of this shit is staged. Most of this shit is for views. That's all a lot of people care about. That's all. That's right. That's right, St. Carlos in the casa. I appreciate you, cabron. Yeah, we're talking about what's going on right now on the pinche YouTube calles, man. The YouTube streets are dangerous, man. They're dropping diss tracks. They're going into neighborhoods. They're doing this and doing that. All for views, all for clout, all for just to keep on top and keep trending. And then you got Adam now saying bans. He's banned. He's banned from No Jumper. He t- the people that keep saying that he took it to a level that he should have never took it. I'm like, if if the goal is to put a motherfucker in a hole in the ground, I mean, what kind of lines? That's what I don't understand. Well, you shouldn't have came like this. They shouldn't have came like that. It's kind of like the Israel Palestine thing, right? The Israel and the Palestine thing. Okay, you got Palestine shooting 1,000 rockets one night, but when Israel wants to retaliate with nuclear shit, well, they're taking it too far. I don't know. I don't know. And there's a lot of other things that have been trending too. We're gonna talk about some things on Wednesday night. Like we'll talk about I think it was Jenny 69. She was trending. On talking about she wants to become an advocate. That's great. Compa Raider, he's talking about he wants to retire from podcasting. Why? He probably made that statement hungover, right? He had too much to drink. And he's probably thinking in his head like, "Fuck, what am I just going on benders for? I think I'm going on benders to try to entertain strangers. Like I'm damaging my health and my body, and probably fucking losing like 5 or 10 years of my life to entertain strangers and get all fucked up, so people could be like, oh yeah, he's the bender god." We're gonna talk about that too, man. There's so much to talk about. Wednesday night, tomorrow night, tap in. That's right. Norby's in the casa. That's right, cabron. I appreciate you. Icon used my edited clip and never apologized for it. Well, I mean, keep it a buck. I mean, you already know what that means, Norby's, right? If someone drops a clip, like me, I dropped a clip on Alvin, I wouldn't apologize for it, right? Because it's fuck Alvin on mines. If someone drops a clip, they don't clean it up, they don't take it down. They don't reach out personally, one-on-one DM or make a phone call to you. It's probably on rocky waters over there. Probably on rocky waters. Norby says karma's a bitch. Mikey Band's got 371 views. How much is that? Oh, YouTube money. It's $10 every. Fuck. Is it $10 every 1,000 views? I think it's $10 every 1,000 views, man. The biggest video I had, I think that had the most views was, and I must have just dropped it at the right time. Everything is about what's trending and timing. Was when Money Sign Suede. Rest in peace to the young Chicano that never made it back home. Unfortunately, he was right here at the CTF Soledad, our facility. That was our first facility over here in Soledad, 10 minutes south, 15 minutes south. Well, I ran into a correctional officer at the dry cleaners. He was a buddy of mine, and he worked at Soledad. And I was like, "Oh shit!" It just crossed my mind. I said, "Hey, did you hear about this youngster?" He goes, "Oh yeah, it's the talk of the fucking institution." I said, "What yard was he on? What facility?" They didn't call them yards; they call them facilities. What facility in that particular facility? Because it's the CTF. And he told me, "Oh, he was on Charlie. He was on Charlie facility. That's where they have the hole." I think I could be wrong. Go back and watch the video. I can't remember exactly because I never been there. I tried to go there, but then they sent me up the hill. Um, and when I dropped that video, that shit got like 60, 80,000 views. I guess it was something that's trending. So it's about timing. You know what I mean? Dropping it when it's hot. But I just can't drop everything I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because I live in reality. I'm trying to enjoy the moments and retire by 50. I can't just drop anything and boom and jump on YouTube. And then you do that and become the first pendejo to talk about it, and then you get shit wrong. Like the runner, on what the runner did, right? When he nailed his own career in the coffin. And he's still going live talking about, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. The reason you have to tell people that you remind people you're telling the truth is because you're known to lie through your motherfucking teeth, runner. We know that. Where's my 10 G's at? That's right, get on the Mikey. I appreciate you, Droops. 408 Eastside San Jose in the casa. That's right, cabron, man. We're talking about the drama that's going on. They're dropping diss tracks. Watch out. They're dro- Watch out. They're dropping diss tracks. Watch out, cabron. Oh, he crossed the line with the diss track. Yeah. So if he were to shoot a bullet at him, that's not crossing the line. I mean, that's okay, right? They can shoot bullets at each other, but there's other things they can't do. How does that make sense, man? I guess I come from it's a different mentality, right? It was a different time. I mean, a different time when I came up in the 90s, and it was different rules. So if someone's dropping a diss track, yeah, it would spill over into real life because you actually had the biggest, one of the biggest rap beefs, which was Death Row and Ruthless. Okay, that was spilling over. We had heard some shit. We had heard some stories. There's YouTube videos of all the fucking stories because you got people like Keefy D and other people that just spilled everything out. Like they told all the behind the scenes, of everything that's ever gone on out. Or you have the bad boy one. That was real beef. That's not stage shit because, of course, you had the heads of each camp taken out. That was real shit. Okay. This right here, again, it goes back to something from the 1960s, North and South. Other people that tap into California YouTube, they don't even know what the fuck that's about, man. They don't. They just like, what? Yeah, it's not red and blue with Mexicans. It's not red and blue with Mexicans. It's North and South. People don't know that. I mean, that's just a California thing. Well, not with me anymore. So I don't give a shit about that anyways. Let me see. Nino America's in the casa. 3 to 3,500. Okay. Oh, you're talking about how much is it for videos and shit like that? Yeah, well, I think I get like a rack and a half. Like a rack and a half every month or something like that. The first Valvoso, that's right. Yeah, the first Valvoso that wants to be breaking news, breaking news. I heard this. Remember when he was saying, Gil, your filth has been found out. Oh, man. I mean, I ain't got no fucking beast with Alvin. I mean, fuck, it's always going to be fuck Alvin on mine. I just think he's on a horse. If you tell him to fall in the ranks because you've already done fucked up big time. I mean, you said the ER word, the N word, ER, 30 times, and you want to lead the people? I mean, come on. Not just that, you got 40 dudes. It could have jeopardized 40 individuals' lives by calling up, hey, we got to get together. We got to go over here. They're doing this to the raza. No, they're doing that because of your pinchy mouth. You got yourself in that situation. And then when you say la raza, okay, first of all, you ain't even included in that. You ain't even included in that. You should have clarified it on your interviews when they say Mexicans. Mexican. Well, technically I'm not Mexican, but I'm brown. Something like that would have made more sense. But I don't know. Central Cal, that's right, my boy. If Lefty makes a diss track, that's a bolsita for sure. Yeah, I would say, why would OTR tell Left make a statement? Probably have a sit down with them, right, and be like, you know what, this is bad for business. Absolutely not. Easy E said it the best. Easy E said all publicity is good publicity. You like me, you hate me, guess what? You're watching me. You're watching me. So fucking keep the diss tracks coming, cabron. Keep them coming. You know, it's just it, coming up north would be a whole different trip because you would kind of stand out. I told this story on my members only. I guess I'll tell a little story right now. Story time. Big Joe, not the official Big Joe. There was a Big Joe that lived right down the street, three, four houses, and he was only I call him Big Joe, but he's a year older than me only. He had a cousin one time, and again, we're in Salinas. This is the '90s, the very early '90s. Okay, um, we're in Salinas, and so I knew Big Joe's house, 3, 4 houses down, had a little walkway. So one day I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I'm just probably fresh out, chilling. Maybe 15, 16 years old. I'm gonna go get the newspaper. They always throw the newspaper. You know, it wasn't even my newspaper. I used to just grab it. It was the neighbor's newspaper, and she was the landlord. But fuck her. I used to just grab her newspaper. But anyways, I would go up there and grab the newspaper. So I'm walking out. I remember I had black biscuits, black dicky shorts, you know, high socks, you know, back then, right? And I'm walking out, and as I grab the newspaper, I look down the, 3, 4 houses down. I see a guy with the dark blue Charlie Brown and dark blue Dickies and black hush puppy standing right in front of Joe's house. And I'm like, what the fuck is going? That's how much it kind of stands out, is what I'm saying. I'm like, what? I couldn't even fucking believe it. But I know that's Big Joe's house. No one would be standing right in front of the entrance of Big Joe's house, which is like a hangout pad, right? And I'm like, what the? I go back inside and I call Big Joe and I say, Big Joe, what the fuck is going on? There's someone standing in front of your pad, blah, 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 right? He said, don't trip. That's my cousin Anthony. Okay, he's from Santa Paula, Crazy Boys, 12th Street, something like that. He said, Crazy Boys, Santa Paula. Don't trip. He's here for a month. And I'm like, bro, he's fucking wearing a dark blue Charlie Brown and dark blue Dickies. Again, just standing out. That's why I say it's not a smart thing for it to be done, for him to do it up here. But and then Los Angeles is just so populated. A lot of people, wear colors, no matter what the color. Who cares, right? Except baseball hats. Baseball hats, I heard, I don't know, but in LA, is a little bit different with the baseball hats. You got to watch out with the baseball hats, though. That's right, Nino America, my boy. I appreciate you. What do you think about Adam 22 banning bans? Internet shit. Absolutely not, because all of a sudden, just this year, he wants to start bringing people up to stir the pot. Why is he bringing people, down there from a different region? Because why? Because he knows it's gonna stir the pot. If it's about views, if it's about numbers, hey, innovate or evaporate. I get it. But him saying, "Oh, I ban bans," is a little bit more like, you know what? Um, I'm in LA. I gotta say some shit because most of the people obviously were right here, and I don't want to make it seem like whoop de whoop. You get what I'm saying? I think it was a pressure move. I don't think it was an Adam standing on his 2 feet move. I think it was a pressure move. That's what I think. And a lot of people didn't know. Well, of course, but I actually have family. I have family in Santa Rosa. I still have 3 cousins over there. My uncle sold his house, and I couldn't believe that in the Bay Area you can get $750,000 on a fixer-upper. I mean, the housing market is crazy, right? Right now, it's the highest sellers market in history because the economy is so fucked up. So anyone that has rentals right now, they're cashing out. Because if Trump gets in office, which I think he is, unless they rig it again, if Trump gets in office again, the fucking houses are gonna drop because the economy is gonna boom and people are gonna be able to buy and save money again. So I'm telling my investor buddies, hey, right now let's cash those fucking rentals out. The 180, the 200 flips that you got, let's get 6 for those. Let's get 7. Let's get 8 and sail off into the sunset. So it's just internet bullshit, America. But America, if you ever come to California, cabron, we're going to be doing in-person interviews now on Chicano Street. I would love to pick up on that conversation. And then, let me know. We'll jump back on the channel, cabron. Whatever you want to talk about. I don't avoid anything. America Cholo had a movement going on, but now no one's talking about it. Well, because the movement's done. Well, after you say the N word with a hard ER 30 times, after you get fired from a council office, lie to the people and tell the people, it was about a printer. It was about a printer. Oh my god! And then the paperwork comes out. No one's talking about. Well, they're not going to talk about it on his channel because those are the cronies. But and I'm not knocking anyone that watches him. I actually agree with like 90% of his politics. I actually do. I actually agree with 90% of the politics. When I started coming on YouTube, he would shout me out sometimes, not all the times, maybe 2, 3 times. One time he said my brocha and this and that. Because I've talked to him on the phone once or twice. But now I regret that video I took down 2 years ago that fucking on a crystal ball forecasted the future and said this guy is not gonna lead anything. He's gonna lead the sheep astray and the blind lead the blind and they all fall into the ditch. So Chala with that guy. How is he? Someone asked me, well, how is he still interviewing politicians? Because they don't give a fuck about him. They don't give a shit about his background. They don't give a shit if he got fired from 5 fucking councils. All they give a shit about is they're running for Congress or DA and get me your numbers. Help me bring your fucking network with me. All I gotta do is hit your show and I'm out. Fuck the bullshit. We'll stay on the internet arguing that shit about how big a chavala he is. And they don't care about that. There's gonna be like, give me your 80K, followers. Which supposedly was supposed to be 100K last year, or else he would have quit. But then obviously that was the first lie that he told, or maybe there's been previous to that. I don't know. And then, so how can you stand on that? How can you stand? I mean, it just is what it is. I don't know. I'm not trying to get into it. That's right, Richie Lokes. Spunky, I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you, man. Gracias, everyone that's tapping in. Philip, Mike, it's time for you to do our live mix play. The tracks. Just saying. Yeah, we could do in good spirit, if good spirit, and then do a poll and then let you guys vote it out and go track for track. NorCal, SoCal rappers. I could do something like that if the people really wanted it. I mean, I dropped the Sunday night. Sunday night went down last Sunday night. Go and watch it. That shit was legendary, man. I got tipsy as hell, man. The next day I was a little wounded, actually. But the next thing I got coming up, as far as music goes, 4th of July, cabrones. We're gonna take this thing America, cabrones, on 4th of July. It's gonna be a badass one. So all the patriots come out and tune in and hit that pinchy subscribe. We actually got some patriots coming on the podcast también. I mentioned I got Tony Virueta running for Congress, District 18, and I got P. Hernandez running for Congress, District 17. And I also got Karina Powers, who is the chairwoman for the Republican National Hispanic Assembly. And that's District 5 here in Monterey. So we're going to have that conversation because I do want to talk about what helps the people. It's not just all going to be cheese, man, fucking clown and shit. Cálmase, cabros, cálmase. For years, Mexicanos have used the words chinga tu madre to offend others, and now it's an issue. Who said that? Who said it's an issue? Chinga tu madre means chinga tu madre. Crucito said, here's a can of chinga tu. Oh, you're talking about because it's the mother? Well, yeah, that's not even the focus. The focus is vete a la chingada is the same shit. It's kind of, those are fighting words, gente. Again, we're trying to debate on, well, is this good to say? If 2 motherfuckers are already going to go head up, what does it matter? You see what I'm saying? And I don't propagate for none of that stuff. In a perfect world, I'd wave the magic wand and it's over. But even the Bible says, until the Son of Man comes, the days will be more and more evil. So what are we trying to change things for? I mean, let's better the community, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, ultimately. Fan first, 4-way. That's right, my boy. I appreciate San Jose has the best tacos and the baddest tortas. I was on Story and King on Cinco de Mayo. I took the whole family. I ran into like 5, 6 cabrones I recognized. We took some selfies out there. I had a Tejana. I had a Tejana, a black Tejana on, and I still got recognized. And RBL Posse, I saw him shoot the music video with was it Shark Tank Hank or Big Hank, something like that. It's called We Be Moving or something like that. Go and trip out on it though. It's RBL Posse's YouTube page. It's the last music video. It had an orange or red lowrider. I was on Story and King. It was a good old time, man. It was a good old time. Did I hear Santa Rosa La Fala? What's up? That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, Pocho Live. Yeah, I was telling him about how I sold the uncle's house and for like 750, bro. And it was a fixer. It was on Diddy Avenue. It was a fixer upper. It was a pretty big lot. It did have a big lot. I mean, you clean up the front yard and the backyard. Oh yeah, it was a big lot for 750. So right now is the peak of the seller's market. If Trump gets voted into office, prices will go down. Will go down. So right now I'm working more con los que venden, like sellers for like rental properties and shit like that. You know. Pocho Light says, Adam Soft. That's right, my boy. Santa Rosa boys hit different. Yeah, that's right, my boy. That's right. Those VSRN boys. I'm telling you. So, yeah, I had a primo and he did 13. Most of them he did in Cuimas because he had a hardship so he can get visits right there. It wasn't too far from Santa Rosa, Cuimas. But then he wasn't born here in the States and they deported him. So INS after 13 got him. And, he told me, don't even go to Cualcoman no more. Michoacan, he said, primo, don't even come over here no more. I talked to him only once. He goes, it's all narcos. They got this new cartel called La Familia Michoacan, and they'll pull you over, and they want a name, an address, and a phone number, and they need to check everything. And someone better pick up that phone. You better be telling the truth, or else you might get it. But, yeah, I still have 3 cousins in Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa Street is like Salinas Main Street, right? Santa Rosa Street is la calle that runs right through the heart, north and south, right? Shout out to bands, the real ones from the Rose. That's right, my boy. That's right. Nino got a place on my Nino got a place on my. That's right, man. That's right. Again, everyone's in different locations, but I'm thinking about the 3.0 studio. First, I'm gonna do sit down podcasts, right? Without converting yet. Not yet. Not yet. So I'm gonna do some sit down podcasts and bring people because people have been asking me to come to Chicano headquarters. So okay, well let's do it. Let's do it. And when we do it, it is on. It is on. Again, fuck around and we're gonna end up in NASA suits, astronaut suits. Did the real estate interest drop today? No, it's still 7.25 away. It's not gonna drop. People are waiting to buy. It's not gonna. First of all, it's always better to own because instead of paying a landlord and he fucking increases your rent because his taxes and his insurance go up and his PMI go up, it's better to own. Even if you could just get a condo. I got una recámara, 900 square feet in Boulder Creek, surrounded by nothing but redwoods. Badass little fucking location. Shit's going for about not even for 55. So it's still better to buy, man. Interest rates are not going to go down anytime soon. But how do you know that you can't get the house that you want? How do you know that you can't get the interest rate? How do you know that you can't get the mortgage payment that's the same amount as your rent? You don't know until I put you in contact with my lender. Let's keep that a buck. Once I put you in contact with my lender, you'll know what power you have, what purchasing power. But interest rates, all-time high, no. Historically, they've gone up and down. They've been in the 7s. They've been in the 10s. People don't want to remember that. In the 70s. They've been in the 10%. It is what it is. Pocho, that's right, my boy. Let's get it, Mikey. I know he ain't in your head rent-free. No one is, cabron. The only thing in my head rent-free is my family. God. My wife. What bands did. I never seen some shit like that. Good thing Rasa's smart enough to not do dumb things. Yeah, go into I mean, it just goes to show that neighborhood is not being clocked. It's not a militarized, where they got kind of like the jungles, like the jungles in LA. The jungles in LA, one time I was down there and they got motherfuckers on the corner. You can't even roll down that dead end without people whistling. So it wasn't being clocked like that. You know what I mean? And some people aren't. They put 10 on the 2, and act like their neighborhoods is the hard. Well, I guess everyone thinks that, right? My neighborhood is the hardest steel. Nothing but hitters. That's what everyone says. Hey, Mike, it ain't sad though. Adam 22 has to be in fear of getting his business shut down by gangs. In this great country, even though he's a scumbag, I don't like that. What I do say is that he's playing with fire. He's playing with fire because you're letting a guy sit across from you who is almost always talking about politics, and we're talking street stuff. We're not talking, Republican Democrats. Always talking about those politics. It kind of gives Adam a little bit of, he sticks his chest out a little bit because he's only repeating what he hears. He doesn't know shit. Get him in a bind, in a tight little situation, Adam, with his back against the fucking wall, and he will break down and tell on everybody. Believe me, you don't believe me? Adam 22, he will become the informant of all informants if he ever gets put in a fucking situation with like a federal indictment or something, because he thought he was cool talking about bringing things on the internet that shouldn't be brought on the internet. And then, yeah, he'll break that shit down. I'm sure everyone has to understand that. Even if you're sitting across from him, if you have a show on his channel, he will rat on you without hesitation. Because at the end of the day, it is business. So again, bringing people from up north down south is business. No one did it. And then you hear like about Bozo, he wants to go to Atwater or something like that. Bro, they didn't change the fucking flyer like 4 or 5 times. They changed the address like 4 or 5 times. They're probably going to cancel the Pinchy show, which is going to be, I think it was the 29th, which is like, is it this weekend? They probably even canceled the fucking show. Again, it's a different environment. It's a whole different environment. It's more like everyone knows everyone. So out of towners are here. I'm just saying. That's what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. There's a time for war. There's a time for peace. Absolutely, man. I just think people don't get Icon's statements twisted. He basically confessed his ignorance to Juneteenth. I always knew Juneteenth was emancipation of the slaves. I just was tripping. Oh, they decided to celebrate it. Shit. Well, the kids get a day off of school, and federal employees get a paid day off, and roll with it. I'm not downplaying it. Everyone has slaves. A lot of people didn't even know the natives had slaves. Oh, come on now. Come on. A lot of people didn't even know slave was just a lower level class in every society back in those days. Slaves everywhere. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying don't put it all in one pocket. Story and King and Capitol Expressway too. That's right. Yeah, it was a good old time, man. Shit. My wife ended up buying a Chicano jacket. Like the ones, the ones that look like the sarapes, but she had the one that had all the colors, the pink, the purple, all that. She ended up buying one just because she was cold. It was a little bit chilly that day. Right at the show, I'm like, damn, you got the Chicano jacket. That was a badass one. Fuck your feelings in the casa. That's right, my boy. Right here, we're talking a little bit about drama, a little bit about everything. I think tonight on Hood Stocks, Capitana Esti is gonna be on Hood Stocks. I might tap into that, just to hear from her experience, um, to see if there's any kind of changes she's making, or if she's just like fuck it, gung ho again, and is gonna start jumping on cars and doing crazy. I don't know. I'm not saying she did that. You know what I mean? I'm bullshitting. People know. I'm just saying, does she have different aspirations, or I'm sure she misses the hell out of her kids and is trying to pick up where she left off. Which is first off providing financial security, you know, and going from there. So I might tap into that one just to see how it is. Unless her personality is kind of boring, then I'm gonna log off. I don't want to listen to someone just speak monotone and just there's nothing there, and I'm like, shit, man, what am I getting then? Thank Obama for all these llorones. Well, one thing you can thank Obama for is the cages. Oh shit, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that, huh? Who wrapped the kids up like hot dogs? Was that Trump? Did Trump wrap the kids like hot dogs in foil? Like they're fucking ballpark dogs, at a Giants game? Speaking of that, I got tickets in September. Who else is going to go out there? I got tickets in September for Giants versus Padres. SD will be in the house. And then I got my daughter gave me Cowboy tickets. They're going to come to San Francisco. My first 49er game is going to be October 27th. I need you to tap in with me, gente. Who goes to the 49er games, the diehards? Let me know, what time do I get there? Are we tailgating? Do I bring a tri-tip? Do I bring a 12 pack? Let me know. Bring salsa. Let me know. I need my Niners to tap in with me. But yeah, Obama did that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to bring it up. The first presidential debate is this Thursday at 6 o'clock, Raza, on CNN, the Clinton News Network. So this Thursday, 6 o'clock. I'm not too excited about it. I'll tell you why. You have to obviously understand this is a blowout. This is an absolute blow. You got someone with a 400 IQ, I'm just bullshitting, but, against someone with a 2 IQ. I actually think they're going to put an earpiece in Biden's ear, and just put some fucking fake skin over it, fake skin, and it's going to be an earpiece, and they're going to tell Biden everything he needs to do. If he's a pendejo, he's going to slip up, right? Because he's going to say, pause now. He's gonna say certain shit. He's gonna repeat what he hears in his ear because he's a tata, man. Because he's a tata. I don't know. So I'm not too excited. I was more excited when Hillary went up there because, even though I know she's una diabla encarnada, she was gonna at least fucking speak for her own. But I think they're gonna put two earpieces in Biden and tell him what to say, and maybe give like Trump said, give him a shot in the ass of vitamin C or a fucking Red Bull, so he doesn't seem like a 90-year-old, less energy guy like he is. But I don't know. Fuck your feelings. That's right. Hey, thanks, Pocho. And Nino America would have a seat on my couch too. Absolutely. It's just we got a 2,000-mile difference between us, cabron. How do you suggest, Jaime? How do you suggest getting into real estate? So easy. Go to Access Schools Online. Access Schools Online. You go, it takes 90 days. I can't believe this. It only takes $200. I can't believe that it's as low as that. Access School Online, buy the curriculum, 90 days, $150. Schedule your test. The test is $200. After that, you will understand how underpaid you were. Underpaid. I mean, and that's not an understatement. That's fucking facts, man. That is facts. How does someone go about it as a first-time home buyer? Credit, income, debt to income ratio. I just put you in contact with my lender. That's it. You got to go through the lender, but just make sure you're working with a brokerage that's all in one. That means everyone is in that office. And usually these are the ones that have the best reputation because the sellers of these houses have absolutely zero confidence selling you the house if the prima is the agent, the other primo that he fucking calls himself El Águila Loans. He's the loan officer, and then you got this one on this side of town, that one on that side of town. That's people don't know that by working with all kinds of different people, you got the sloppiest presentation and appearance for your offer. You got to work with the all-in-one. Make sure everyone is in the office. Make sure you got the loan officers in the office, the brokers in the office, the buy and the selling agents in the office, the MLOs in the office, and a transaction coordinator. And then you talk to the lender first. You don't know what you qualify. And guess what? Even if you don't qualify, guess what happens? They'll put you on the path to qualification. Okay, these are the tweaks you do. Come back in about a year. If you do that, just showing how serious you are, instead of fucking burning rental, the cash is just, going straight to the landlord's pocket. You'll do it then. Raza doesn't play when it comes to gangs. I know, cabrón. Since back in the day, man, it's just been chingazos, head up fades. It was a different time. A lot of the youngsters right now, like I said, they're 80 pounds soaking wet. And in the 90s, everyone looked like a football player. The chingazos, putazos were real, but it was just something you did, and no one even bragged about it. You throw chingazos in between passing periods in class, and then you go to your next class. And if the teacher didn't see you with a black eye or bruise or bleeding or your lip busted, he wouldn't even send you up. That means if it was just a quick little scuffle in the back of the gym, you get back to class. No one's filming it. No one is talking about it. It was just you did what you did. South Central LA is in the building. That's right. I think Adam is going to close up shop one day soon. Well, he already done trimmed it down, way. He got rid of 4 or 5 shows. 4 or 5 shows are completely gone. I mean, just because they weren't running numbers. So he got rid of 4 or 5 shows. He's trimming it down. And yeah, I just think the model this is like the banda world. This is the banda world's model. The model of constantly producing beef is one day does catch up to you. Or if not, then guess what? You produce so much fucking beef, you can't even go out in public anymore. Imagine the banda world, he's gonna rub someone the wrong way. Imagine he goes to Santa Fe Spring swap meet and he just rubs someone the wrong way because motherfuckers can take anything you want on the internet and run with it. The same thing I said with Alvin when he wanted to walk up to Marvelous. The same thing. I said, you know what? I said someone from Marvelous's neighborhood could not like the fact that Alvin is going in on him and has disrespected him several times and can feel some type of way. You're walking up to the homie. Next thing you know, it turns into a situation. I don't wish it, but it can happen. That's why I don't have that model. I don't have that model. I'm trying to start shit for views. There's nothing in that water. Oh, no, they canceled the whole show? Damn it. Mike, would you go on No Jumper if invited? I would absolutely be a liar. I would be lying through my teeth if I said no. Absolutely. Come on now. Absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, real ones don't get opportunities like that. That's why you got Brick Baby and other people. Real one. When do we get opportunities like that? When? Real ones. I'm talking about solid, real. When do we get opportunities like that? So I'm speaking from that angle. I would be an absolute damn liar if I told you, no, I wouldn't go to No Jumper. Da, da, da. Absolutely not. I'm on my way. And hopefully I can swing by Tony A's. Mikey, I own a home. I want to buy another to flip or rent out. I need some pointers, brother. Absolutely. You get at me on IG. You get at me on IG. People don't even know that, man. You got to work the money that you already have. You already saved one time and bought a home. Now let's flip that equity. Let's do a 1031 exchange. Let's put a HELOC out and get you a second rental property. And let's get it close to you. Don't manage properties all over the fucking place that you're not managing hands-on if you're trying to avoid paying a property manager. We could talk about all that, cabron. Alvin giving real estate advice. Hilarious. Hilarious. I don't care about nothing about Juneteenth. I want to start Chingado, man. There he goes again. The king of controversy. He doesn't give a shit about Juneteenth. Let me click off that comment, cabron, for you have people going in on me because of you, way. Brick Baby has an open Fed case. All he talks about is politics and guns. That show us together. Damn, is that true? Well, then I'm good. I'm good. It's like, oh, damn. Adam 22. His last name is Grand Mason. His dad was pardoned by Bill Clinton. He's a plant, in my opinion. He's a plant or he's just privileged, I guess, right? Me and the wifey just saw Inheritance on Netflix last night. Trippy movie, man. Trippy movie, man. Millionaire guy who broke off his family after he passed away, and he gave to the daughter who was a DA. I'm not gonna ruin the movie, but Inheritance on Netflix. Trip out. Trump wants to do mass deportations regardless of how many years they have been here. I mean, he also wanted to legalize 1.5 million DACA citizens. Legalize, not green card. He said, this is what he said, and this is how you know it's politics. He said, if you just help me fund the wall, funding the wall. To me, the biggest thing about funding the wall was always stopping the human trafficking, stopping the 30, 40, 50 kids that get brought on buses and get taken across the desert and sold into slavery. That was my whole thing. The women that get sold at the border. That was my whole thing. And people want to make it about, oh, you're against brown people coming. Da, da, da. Shut up, man. This country is founded on immigrants. You know what I mean? Well, the natives were here first. There was absolutely not a one single gavacho or light-skinned person on this continent. Not one until they started coming over on boats. So the natives, but don't get it twisted. People get deported, they get deported. Hey, fuck. Just be thankful your abuelitos are here, you're here, your parents are already here, your great grandparents. 90% of the cabrones aren't even Mexican that are coming across. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying they know it's open borders right now. Super open. Wide open borders. But this ain't the border channel. If you want to talk about the border, AC, Alvin, he is the border channel. You know, he knows what ruffles people's feathers, and then he wants to post about it all the time when he gets into arguments. It is what it is. Come on, Mike, take off the tinfoil hat. No, I ain't got that on, cabron. I ain't got that on, cabron. Nino, I'm telling you. What about Trump? He's no better than Biden. Well, you got to pick the less of the two evils then. What are you going to do? It's a two-party system. You either going to vote with your wallet or you want 4 more years. 9% record inflation, 4 more years of that. 6% unemployment record already. It could get to 7, it could get to 8, 4 more years of that. I'm just saying, we open up the gas pipelines, our gas prices go down immediately. Trump goes into office, consumer confidence again reaches an all-time high, and investors start reinvesting, and people start buying homes, and the economy gets better. I just know that's a ripple effect. You just got to know basic economics 101, man. Trump for prison 2024. He was with the homies, Jeffrey Epstein. Now, someone sent me a picture, okay, outside of a steakhouse. Cálmase. One thing is a picture outside of a steakhouse. Another thing is if he's on an island doing what they were doing. Now, that list on Epstein Islands, the flight logs, that got photoshopped like 20 times. Cálmanse, cabrones. You could see the little lines. It was like that fake paperwork on Alvin where you could see the little lines. Chingado. Mikey already has the questions. That's right. My boy, read Exodus 21. That's right. Risky, I appreciate you, cabron. That's right. Mike's World sending mine, Holmes. That's right. I appreciate you, cabron. We're live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to wrap this one up. It's been a great live drama. Drama on YouTubelandia. They're going to war. It's Guerra Tube. Nah, all bullshit aside. So I might watch that Capitana Esti interview tonight on Hood Stocks, see if it's interesting. Again, if she sounds boring, then I'm gonna log off. But I just kind of want to see about her experience. You know, la aventaron adentro. Obviously, being away from the kids. How was that whole experience? And if she's doing anything new, or she's still, gonna be part of the advocacy for, I don't know. What do the brown berets do? Someone needs to tell me. What do the modern day brown berets do? Is it still we're oppressed? Is it still we can't get ahead? Is it still I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's some 70s shit, but I don't know. 60s shit, but I don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, chill. That's right, cabron. Antonio Prifti. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. That's right. Trump 2024. Put them pinchy flags up. Steve F puts 5 freaking flags up. That's right. Mexico. Mexico. But you live in Texas, but it's Mexico first, cabron. Sky right here. America First. Joe and the Ho got to go. A lot of people didn't even know that. They're talking about the Hawk that's going viral right now. The Hawk Tua. You know how Kamala Harris became the Attorney General of California? Do you want to know? We're going to end the show on this one too. The way that Kamala Harris became the Attorney General in California was live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. That's right, Mato Carrillo. That do what you do, my boy. I remember the brown berets. Are they still around? Well, I mean, Capitana Esti had a brown beret, on the thumbnail of Hood Stocks tonight. She has one of those on. They're still around. They're still an IG page. Times have changed, but maybe the mentality hasn't. Maybe the core beliefs of the group is still we're oppressed. We can't get ahead. We're victims. Maybe. I don't know. Socioeconomic equality. I don't know. But anyways, I appreciate you. Calma la fala. Yeah, that's how Kamala Harris became the Attorney General. She did the Hawk Tua. She was in an open relationship with Jerry Brown, who was married. And then she's like 80% Indian, 20% black. But you notice how instead of the 80 Indian, they just push the black card, the black card, the black card. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. Do what you do. But when you misuse it like that, Charles Street. All right, you guys, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday night. Take it away. You got it. Isaac Ace, that's right, my boy. I'm going to let you guys go. Remember what I always say, mi linda, beautiful raza. Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.